You feel what I'm saying? You could tap in, you could tap out, but you know my slogan, you know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know how we do over here on this channel. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G, at all times. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, getting to that guap, getting to that paper, stacking that dough, but always keeping in front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency at all times. And first and foremost, I want to give a big salute to all my day one investors, all the people that have been investing into this channel. We are growing organically. We are only going up. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Salute to all my day one investors. You know what I mean? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new investors, all my new subscribers, everybody that's beating the algorithm, making their way to Grown Man Business TV, beating the shadow band, making their way to Grown Man Business TV, looking for the real. You understand what I'm saying? Going through this whole YouTube app, going to all these different channels, all these different content creators, and realizing that when you come to Grown Man Business TV, you're getting a taste, you're getting a dose of the realest content creator, the realest on this app. I mean, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. So big salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's helping elevate this channel to the highest level. We are officially approaching 20,000 subscribers. So be sure to hit that subscribe button when you come in the building. When you step foot into this house, make sure you wipe your feet off at the door. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now listen, I know you see the title. I know you see the title, and I know you see the thumbnail to this video. We're gonna talk right now about Caitlyn Dog Fur Clark. Caitlyn Clark. We're gonna talk about this because it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And like I said, you tapped into the realest, and I think that it's just getting outrageous. I just think that it's really getting out of hand when it comes to this overly hyped WNBA player. Overly hyped. You understand now? You sit back, you watch these content creators, you watch these different opinions, these different thought processes, these different perspectives on what's going on in the WNBA. And I said to myself, man, it's only right that Grown Man Business step in and give a grown man perspective. Give a perspective that's not altered by, YouTube views, that's not compromised by a check, that's not compromised by the higher ups and the elites. And we're going to talk about that because the higher ups and the elites got their hand in the pot. The higher ups and the elites is playing chess at the highest level, and it's disgusting work, my G. It is absolutely disgusting work. Absolutely disgusting work. And I'm definitely going to elaborate on that. But let's talk about Caitlyn Clark. You got a lot of people feeling like Caitlyn Clark is being bullied in the WNBA. You got a lot of people feeling like Caitlyn Clark is being targeted. You understand what I'm saying? And it's an uproar. It's an outcry. They're reaching out. They're speaking out. They're saying, hey, these girls are targeting Caitlyn Clark. And on one hand, you got, white America. You got white America that's backing Caitlyn Clark. You got the establishment. You got the higher ups and the elites. You got the people that's in power, that's trying to make money off the situation, pushing the narrative when it comes to Caitlyn Clark. And on the other hand, you got us. You got our media. You understand what I'm saying? You got our platforms. You got our biggest content creators. You got our people, our mass media that's then again backing the higher ups and the elites and not giving y'all the real spill, not giving y'all the real information on the situation. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm even speaking on this. Because when you look at Cam and Mace, when you look at It Is What It Is podcast, when you look at this content that they're giving out, I just think it's disgusting work, my G. Absolutely disgusting work. And I'm really gonna elaborate on that. I'm really gonna break down the whole situation with Cam and Mace. Because it's nasty. It's nasty, my G. But right now we're gonna stay on Caitlyn Clark. You got this white girl. You understand what I'm saying? This dog fur having white girl. And I mean that, take it how you want to take it. I'm not even going to say disrespectfully or respectfully. I'm going to say take that how you want to take it. You already know how I feel about dog fur. You already know how I feel about that ponytail that be shedding all over the goddamn place and smell like a wet dog when it get wet. You already know how Grown Man Business feels about that. So it is what it is, and it'll take. But you got this white girl, this Caucasian female, this dog fur having female. You understand what I'm saying? Coming into the league. But before she even gets into the league, she was playing in college. She played for Iowa. You understand what I'm saying? And you gotta know something. I want to make some facts about this. I want to speak some stats about this. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Caitlyn Clark has not won a major basketball game yet. She has not won a championship yet. She didn't win a championship in college, and she's struggling in the WNBA. She has not won a championship in college. She has not won a final. She has not won a championship in college. And she has not won she has terrible record in the WNBA. So you got to ask yourself, where is this hype coming from? Again, you got this white girl. She's playing basketball. I'm not going to say she's a slouch, but she is mediocre at best. A mediocre basketball player, but for some reason it's getting more shine, it's getting more money, you understand what I'm saying, getting more press than all of these major elite female basketball players. And everybody already knows why. You got certain people, like I will give Cameron that respect of saying that, yeah, it's because she's a white girl. It has nothing to do with the eliteness of her basketball skills. Because she has not won anything yet. She has not proven anything. You get what I'm saying? And you need somebody that's going to give it to you real. You need somebody that's going to give you the game without sugarcoating it. I told you, this is a lane for the real. I've carved it out, and I'm the only one in it. I carved out a lane for the real. Raw, pure, uncut information. Caitlyn Clark is a white girl. No problem. Dog fur having Caucasian female. Dog fur, right? And you put her up against all of these, different cultures playing in the WNBA, but the main culture is black people. She has not proven herself. You feel what I'm saying? She has not proven herself on no level when it comes to being an elite player. So now we go from college, because she didn't win no championships in college. She had high numbers, but we all know that there was a young black girl that scored way more points than her, even though they try to point her out and make her out and paint the narrative that she's the highest scoring female athlete in college history. We all know that that's false. We all know that that's not real. We all know that that's a lie. We all know that there was a black girl already, that they don't use her stats. They won't allow her stats to be put into the history books, as they always do. They always take black people, take our situations, take our accomplishments and hide them, and then act like they did something first, act like they were, nah. Caitlyn Clark is not the highest score. She has not achieved anything in college. She left college being defeated 2 times going to get that championship. Real players, great players like Angela Reese, she has a championship, and we're going to talk about this. So now let's fast forward from college. Now we all get drafted. We see Caitlyn Clark go first in the draft over Angela Reese, over other players that are more dominant, other female players that have shown way more tenacity, way more skill. Angela Reese goes first. Cool. Nobody complains about that. Everybody's just happy to have the opportunity to go to the league. Nobody asked the question, why? Why was Angela Reese not first? Angela Reese has a championship. Angela Reese defeated Caitlyn Clark. Nobody wants to home in on that. Good? You understand what I'm saying? Dog fur. Fur, my G. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, right? Because this don't have nothing to do with being a woman or sounding like a woman. This got something to do with athletes. This got something to do with the higher ups and the elites. This got something to do with sports. We just talking about what we see when it comes to this game. Angela Reese already won a championship, and she defeated Caitlyn Clark in winning that championship. So there's no reason that Caitlyn should have went first and she should have went second, or went third, or went fourth or seventh. But now we fast forward to the league. Now we fast forward. Now we fast forward to the league, right? Everybody's professional. Everybody's playing ball. We're watching Caitlyn Clark play, and we're watching all these other WNBA players play. And for the main reason of capitalism and profit, everybody's focused and aimed and pushing for Caitlyn Clark. But you got to know something. You got to know something. It's not because of the game that's being played. It's not because of the talent. It's because Caitlyn Clark excites the modern day Caucasian woman, the white women out in the Midwest, Ohio, Dakota. You know, them white women that lay dormant. She ignites them. She gives them, yeah. Hold on, man. Let me get you up out of here. And kudos to Caitlyn, man, because she's a hell of a player. She's a hell of an athlete. But you got to understand that the higher ups in the elites is saying we're going to make her the face of the league. Why her? With all of these elite athletes, why her? It's because it's a money thing. It's a race thing. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And you got to understand something. It go all the way into the NBA, because I could apply this to the NBA as well. But right now we talking about Caitlyn Clark. She's a representative of that Midwestern white girl, or that Caucasian girl, or that Asian girl. You know, anybody that's wearing that same dog fur can relate to Caitlyn. But she's not the only one selling out arenas. Caitlyn Clark is not the only one selling out these stadiums. You got Angela Reese bringing out celebrities. You got Angela Reese selling out stadiums. You got Angela Reese with damn near a bigger impact than Caitlyn Clark, because Angela Reese's impact is not being fueled by the higher ups in the elites. You got to ask yourself, would Caitlyn Clark be this big if the higher ups in the elites wasn't funding the narrative, if they wasn't pushing the agenda? So hell yeah, when you come to the league, you not that good, you a mediocre player, you got the higher ups and the elites pushing and funding and fueling this narrative, yeah, you gonna become a target. Bro, Caitlyn Clark is not that good, man. I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know it's hard to ingest and digest and to accept this fact that Caitlyn Clark is a mediocre player that shoots three-pointers. Let's break down the play. Yes, she can shoot a three-pointer. She can shoot a three-pointer, but that's all she can do. Her defense is garbage. She can't go through a screen. She's not big enough to run through a screen. She can't penetrate, make layups. She's not big enough to go to the rim, to the basket. You understand what I'm saying? All she do is shoot threes. That's not good enough, my G. That's not gonna make it. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. My voice is more powerful than CNN. It's more powerful than Fox News. It's more powerful than DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God playing butt tag every morning. Every morning on the radio. My voice is more powerful than that. So like it or not, I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to give you the real. Do Caitlyn Clark deserve to be in the WNBA? Absolutely. Was Caitlyn Clark a good player in college, a phenomenal player in college? Absolutely. Was Caitlyn Clark is she a mediocre player right now? Absolutely. Is Caitlyn Clark overhyped? Absolutely. Tremendously overhyped, my G. Tremendously. Now, recently, everybody's been talking about how Caitlyn Clark is not made the U.S. Olympic team. And it's like, so, come on, my G, like she's barely making it in the WNBA. You think she's going to be able to play on an international stage and play against all these? Come on, she's not built like that. It's only so much that you can pay for, that you can fund. It's only so much that you're going to be able to get around until it's time to get on the court. It's time to play. It's time to show and prove. And now we can see that you ain't built like that. Caitlyn Dog Fur Clark is not built like that. Salute, Supreme Science. What it do, my G? James Butler, okay? I'm gonna give her some pointers just because you asked for it, my G. But I'm gonna do that after I get my point across. You understand? She's not built like that. She was not supposed to make the WNBA or team. She was not supposed to make the Olympics team, my G. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And it is disgusting work because, you know, with all this mass funding, with everybody pushing the narrative of Caitlyn Clark, now you got Angela Reese, you know, falling in the background and not being recognized for her accomplishments because she's selling out arenas, she's selling out stadiums, and she's bringing celebrities out, and she's inspiring the youth. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. Nah, I'm not bullying her because she's white. I'm pointing out the fact that she's white. She's a Caucasian woman, and that's the only reason why she's being pushed. That's the only reason why she's being promoted. That's the only reason why the agenda is being set behind her. That's it. I'm not bullying. I'm not disrespecting. Dog fur is dog fur. But I'm giving y'all the truth because now let's talk about this. When you go to content creators like Cam and Mace, It Is What It Is podcast, I really enjoy watching that show, but I'm starting to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors when it comes to that show. I'm starting to be able to see, you know, the higher ups and the elites with their hands in the pot. I'm starting to see that Cam and Mace are compromised. They're puppets. They have been propped up in front of us and make us believe that they own the show and nobody can tell them what to do and nobody can tell them what to say. But the more and more you watch Cam and Mace and you hear the situation when it comes to Caitlyn Clark, the more and more you'll realize that Cam and Mace been compromised. This shit is not real, my G. And even me, grown man business TV, for a split second, I believed it. Because I always rock with Cam. I always liked some of Mace's music. So I thought, okay, this is an authentic podcast. This is an authentic content that we're getting to digest. But it doesn't take long for Grown Man Business TV because my third eye is open. I can see through the smoke and mirrors. The Barstool Enterprise is in control of It Is What It Is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It's in control of that. So now when you listen to Mace and Cam talk about Caitlyn Clark, you got Mace saying that she's being bullied. You got Cam scared to call her a bitch, scared to disrespect her, you know, always stepping on eggshells when he's talking about her. Cameron said that they could say whatever they want to say. Cameron said they could do and say whatever they want to say. But when it comes to certain topics, when it comes to certain situations, you watch them foil. You watch them bend, break, and fold. You watch them walk on eggshells. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I was saying that way before Cam had It Is What It Is. Yeah, they're being paid, my G. The sponsors, they're slaves to the sponsor dollar. They're slaves to the sponsorships. Because who's in charge and who's paying these sponsorship dollars? The higher ups and the elites. You know, them Jewish people. You know, them people. Those are the ones that's paying the sponsorship dollars. So Cameron and Mace got y'all thinking, oh, we can say what we want to say. We can do what we want to do. No, you allowed to say nigga. They don't mind you getting on your platform, saying nigga every other word, saying nigga every other sentence. They don't mind you saying and doing that. But when it comes to talking about other races and other cultures, oh, you're going to be respectful. You a puppet. You're going to stay in a puppet's place. And that's why I'm speaking on this. Because when I hear them talk about Caitlyn Clark, they don't want to just be real and say, listen, man, it's some bullshit what's going on in the WNBA. This is an agenda being pushed. This is garbage, my G. I can't stand to watch it. They bending, breaking, and folding. They watching their mouth. Cameron got a hand up his, yeah. Cameron got one of the higher ups and elites hand up his ass. And he's a puppet. Mace, we already know, had a dildo in his house, in his bathroom when he was living with Diddy. So we already know. We already know what Mace is on. Cameron found a dildo in Mace's bathroom, turned around and did a show with him years later. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. See, that's the difference between me and them. For them, it just is what it is. For me, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, my G, at all times. At all times. That podcast, that content is compromised. And yeah, I said it, and you better know something. I'm the first one to say it. I'm the first one to speak on this. Cameron and Mace are only allowed to say nigga on their podcast. They are only allowed to speak towards black people in a derogatory way. Nigga this and nigga that. But I bet you they won't say, yeah. I bet you they won't talk crazy about them people. I bet you they won't call Caitlyn Clark a bitch. I bet you they won't, yeah. That's why you come over here to It Is What It Is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. This ain't Is What It Is podcast. This is out, yeah, you already know. This is grown man business. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You ain't heard nobody talking like this. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, man. 88 people in the live chat. It's 1 2 p.m. It's early. It's a lot of people at work right now, but I did want to tap into y'all. Before I hit the road and I start crossing state lines at all times, I wanted to tap in with y'all. Yeah, they lit. I never said they wasn't lit. Bro, I never said they wasn't lit. And before I got into this topic, I let y'all know that I like this show. At one point, I was in tune with the show. I still watch the show, but I can see through the smoke and mirrors. I can see they don't talk crazy about what nobody else. I can see they know better. They will not rub those higher ups and the elites the wrong way, but they will say nigga all the time. You know why? Because it's cool. Say nigga. Nigga this and nigga that. Be yourself. But you better never say kike. Woo. You know, I just gave y'all one. I bet you they say that one time and the whole fucking show go under. I bet you they say that word one time and the whole show goes under. But you can say nigga every other word. It's crazy to me that when they speak about Caitlyn Clark, they don't let the people know that Angela Reese is just as big, if not bigger than Caitlyn Clark. Angela Reese is doing the same thing that Caitlyn Clark is doing on a higher level. On a higher level, my G. Not only is Angela Reese selling out stadiums, not only is Angela Reese a elite basketball player, but she bringing the celebrities out as well. Listen, man, black men or not, nobody's above criticism. That's what's wrong with black people. That's what's wrong with black men. Black men feel like if you give up the real, black men feel like if you give your opinion on a situation and it don't fit their narrative, black men feel like you hating on them. Black men don't say, damn, grown man business TV do got a point, my G. You know, I don't like what he's saying, but he does have a point. So, you know, I'm not tearing down a channel. I love the show. I think it was genius, but I thought that they wasn't going to be compromised. You know, Cam, he goes on CNN, he embarrasses them every time. Cam get in front of them people and he embarrasses them every time. But you got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. You got to be able to see the play being ran. Yeah, they scary, my G. Exactly. Aboriginal, they scary. They walking on eggshell, especially Mace. I'll give Cam the benefit of the doubt and give him a little bit of credit because he does try to press the line a little bit. He does try to press the line a little bit, but you got to be intelligent up here to understand what Cam is doing. Mace is just a sucker. Mace is a full-out sellout. Mace is a full-on puppet for the higher-ups and the elites. Mace don't even try to hide it. You understand what I'm saying? Mace is yeah, it is what it is, right? But Cameron, he plays the role of the bad guy. He plays the role of the rebel. But you will never hear him say kike. You will never hear him say a derogatory word or a derogatory name towards any of these people, right? But he's saying nigga every day, every 100 times an episode. And he's making y'all think because he's saying nigga on his show, it makes him a rebel. Nah, the higher ups, they say, yeah, keep saying nigga. Keep saying nigga. But you better not never say kike. See, a lot of y'all don't even know. That's that right there. One time, he say kike one time, and his whole fucking show will be gone. Yeah, Cameron said he found a dildo in Mace's bathroom on his fucking sink. Somebody asked Cameron or asked Mace, whatever happened to that story? What happened to that dildo? What happened to that dildo when y'all, whatever happened to that dildo that was on your sink? Yeah, I'm happy for listen, always happy for their success. Always happy for a black man's success. But I'm the one that's going to get on your ass, pause. I'm the one that's going to, I'm going to push the line. Be successful, but then push the motherfucking line. Be successful, but then tell the truth. Don't be compromised, my G. Don't be compromised by the dollar, by the views, by the algorithm. Yeah, because anytime we find success, anytime we get into this media or to this realm of success, the higher ups always put their hands in the pot and say, listen, we gonna make you more successful, but you better not talk like this. You better not talk like that. Oh, Caitlyn, you better not disrespect Caitlyn. Cam will call a black woman a bitch, a hoe, tell stories about how he was doing this and doing that. But when it come to Caitlyn Clark, he's scared to death. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. Caitlyn Clark is a mediocre basketball player that can shoot three-pointers. She doesn't have good defense. She doesn't know she can't penetrate the hole. She can't run through a screen. You have to look through the smoke and mirrors, my G. And on top of all that, she got a head full of motherfucking dog fur. Yeah, I said it. Salute to the chat, man. 88 people. That number 88, I like that. I've been seeing it all through the chat. And hold up, I see the dollar. Salute to that, whoever put that dollar. Let me see what that dollar and 99 cents said before I say salute to him. Because sometimes people, hold on. Word, Aboriginal. I'm Aboriginal. Appreciate that. Appreciate that dollar 99. 100%, man. Mediocre. Like, now mind you, let me say something, right? Let's say Caitlyn Clark was, this phenomenon, like a young LeBron James, right? She was this phenomenal player that it was undeniable. Then, I'm not going to deny her that because she has dog fur. I'm not going to deny her that because, she has a head full of dog fur and because she's a Caucasian white woman. I'm not going to deny her that. I'm not going to sit here and play games with the situation because I'm not no hater, bro. That's hate. If she's an undeniable basketball player and she's at the top of the league and it's undeniable, look at this girl's talent. I can't downplay that because she got dog fur. Now, she still has dog fur, but I can't downplay her talent. I'll never be a hater. Yeah, she's talented, but she's mediocre at best. Caitlyn Clark is a talented basketball player, but when you put her around other talented basketball players, she becomes mediocre at best. When you put Caitlyn Clark around superstars, she becomes mediocre at best. Are you crazy? That's what's so disrespectful about what's going on, because you got these black WNBA players been playing for all these years. And nobody's been paying attention. Nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to recognize. But soon as we drop this dog fur having Caucasian woman in the mix, now it's a big fucking deal. And Cameron and Mace don't want to say that. So I'm saying it here at Grown Man Business TV. Now let's talk. Nah. Hey, listen, it's deeper than rookie blues, is my G. It's deeper than that. You don't get to come in the league You don't get to come in the league, my G, and with all this praise and all this hype and all this BS, and then turn around and claim rookie blues. You don't get to make excuses, rookie blues. You don't get to. If that's the case, then listen. Go ahead and come in the league. Start making your bones, start doing what you need to do. And when you become a top tier athlete, we'll respect you then. That's when you get the endorsements. That's when you get to start shining and talking and doing your shit. But you don't get to do all that when you're having rookie blues, my G. You are a mediocre player. Regular basketball player. It's a lot of people. Listen, man, it's a lot of people in the game. It's a lot of women that's stomping on Caitlyn Clark. Salute for that $5. You already know what it is. Big salute. Unknown. Exactly. It's like we not hating on Luka because he white. He great, but Caitlyn Clark is clearly a push. Get all these Starbucks women. Exactly. Great point made, Unknown. Great point made. Luka. And that's what I was going to go into in my next angle. I was going to go and use the regular NBA and give y'all a prime fucking example of what I'm talking about. So you guys can stop falling and getting into your feelings. And see, get out your feelings. When you're dealing with a grown man, understand we don't dwell in feelings. Grown men, we don't dwell in feelings, my G. It's logic, and that's it. So never ask a grown man how he feels about something. Always remember to ask a grown man, what do he think about something? What's his thought? You understand? What's his perception? How does he perceive? Never ask a grown man how he feels about nothing. But when I'm looking in the chat and I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm looking, I'm understanding that y'all in y'all feelings, a lot of y'all, you're in your feelings and it don't coincide with grown man. Again, this is grown man business TV. So when you bring your feelings to the table, we not gonna see eye to eye. We can't build on your motherfucking feelings, homie. Grown men, that's what the problem is with a lot of y'all. Y'all done been feminine. Listen, yeah. Y'all done got feminine. They done got you men in your feminine energy. They got you out here watching Saucy Santana. They got you out here watching Lil Nas X. They got you out here, yeah. They got you in your feminine energy. So again, get out your feelings. I'm not hating on Caitlyn Clark. I said she's a talented player, but when you put a talented player along other talented players, now she becomes a mediocre player. You understand? When I say that Caitlyn Clark has a lot of dog fur flying all over the court, I'm not hating on Caitlyn Clark. She has a head full of dog fur. It's fucking dog fur. Get out your feelings. Get out your emotions. Men, grown men on big time grown man business, we don't dwell in that. So I'm not disrespecting her. I'm not taking nothing from her game, but I'm saying to myself, you got all these people, including Cameron and Mace, trying each and every way to praise this white girl, trying to push her, pushing the agenda for the higher ups and the elites that a lot of y'all can't see. And at the same time, not speaking on Angela Reese. Why y'all not having a whole conversation about what Angela Reese is bringing to the game? Celebrities, selling out arenas, selling out stadiums. I'm talking about, and she balling. Huh? Angela Reese is fucking balling, bro. When you look at these stats, when you look at the play, nigga, she balling right now. And nobody want to talk about that. So yeah, get out your feelings when you come here to Grown Man Business TV. 131 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the super, the super chats and all that. I appreciate all that. I know I told y'all time and energy is the highest forms of currency. So we never asking for super chats. We never asking for funding over here. But we gotta respect and I appreciate the love. So like my man Unknown said, because he is unknown, right? Let's look at Dallas and the Celtics. It's always going to be racism in these situations when you're dealing with the higher ups and the elites, when you're dealing with, these billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar, when you're dealing with a certain level, it's always going to be racism. And I'm going to do a whole nother live stream on that. I'm I'm gonna do a whole nother live stream on racism. I want to really break this thing down and give y'all some texture and some context on that as is, you know, on its own. Excuse me, on its own. I'm gonna give y'all a perspective on racism that you have never heard before. I'm gonna give y'all a perspective that you've never heard anybody speak on before, because this is Grown Man Business TV, and this is the perspective of a grown fucking man. And grown men right now are few and far in between. So I'm gonna do a whole nother live stream on that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that, you know, when y'all, you know, when I do that, y'all get the notification and y'all can lock in. But you got Dallas, you got the Celtics. We're going to look at these two franchises right now. We're not going to talk about the whole NBA, but these two franchises is a prime example of the same thing that's going on, you know, in the WNBA, but just on a higher level with the NBA, right? So you got Luka. Let's start with Luka. Luka is a foreigner, but he is white. He is considered a white guy. You know what I'm saying? He's pale, right? He doesn't have any melanin. You understand what I'm saying? He got a little bit of swag to him though, because he is a foreigner, but you know, he's white. He got a head full of dog fur. Luka has a head full of dog fur. You understand what I'm saying? Luka grows dog fur all over his body. Luka is Luka. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, we not going to downplay his basketball ability. We not going to downplay his talent level. Luka is an extraordinary basketball player, extraordinarily talented basketball player. That's what Luka is. I'm talking a beast when it comes to that basketball, when it comes to that court. A fucking savage, almost unstoppable. I'm talking a dunk, a shoot over any black player you put in front of him. His talent supersedes race. His talent supersedes race, my G. When you on the court with Luka, you better put your best player, black, white, whatever, on him to contain him, homie. So this is a prime example of why we not hating on Caitlyn, but we just calling out that she's not like that. She's mediocre at best. Luka is way past mediocre. Luka is great. Now let's look at the Boston Celtics. Let's look at the Boston Celtics. You got Jalen Brown, and you got Tatum. Now, this is just another dynamic. This is just another example of the same racism that's going on between Caitlyn Clark and Angela Reese. When you got Caitlyn Clark, they don't mind pushing Caitlyn Clark. They don't mind funding and fueling and lying and pushing a narrative and an agenda that is not real because she is not that good. And then taking a talent, extraordinary basketball player like Angela Reese and trying to push her to the back, even though she's too massive. She's too big of a celebrity. She's too skilled. You can't really push her to the back. Yeah, that is great. Hey, Wayne, I had to get it. Don't hold me to it. It's early. You know what I mean? But you already know. You know what I mean? But I did correct that. You know what I'm saying? You caught that though, right? Salute to my dog Wayne, right? So Brown and Tatum, you feel me? They play for the Celtics. They play for the higher ups and the elites. They're in a racist industry. So for this whole time, the Celtics don't mind pushing Tatum. Tatum is mixed. He got some of that dog fur in him, and he got some of that Aboriginal in him. He got some of that dog fur in him, and he got some of that, he got some of that melanin in him. So his hair is not exactly dog fur. His hair is a texture of dog fur, but it got that melanin in it. You get what I'm saying? Light skin. You understand what I'm saying? He got that fair complexion, and he got that mixed breed look to him. And then you got Brown, who's all nigga. Brown is all nigga. Brown is darker than Michael Jordan. Listen, Brown. Listen, man. He's black as he's one of the blackest basketball players you will see on the court. And not only is and now not only is he black as ever, right? He got cornrows, so he got the nigga hair. He got his hair. He got the nigga hairstyle. He's black as hell. You can't tan him. You can't bleach him. This nigga's black. All the while, he's better than Tatum. We are being able to bear witness that he is actually the leader of the team. But for all these years, they've been playing Tatum as the leader of the team. They've been pushing Tatum. Anytime you see the Boston Celtics, they showing Tatum. Because it's racism on every level. On every level, it's a different devil. So now we seeing that, damn, Brown is way better than Tatum. And as soon as we recognize that, what do? They get Stephen A. Smith to come out and say, you know, somebody was telling me that Brown is hard to work with. He's not promotable for the league. Why isn't he promotable? Because he's black as ever. He got cornrows, and the league don't want to push no nigga to y'all. Okay, and if we do push you, go ahead and cut your hair off like Michael Jordan. Go bald. Because if you go bald, then we ain't got to push those cornrows. We don't want to push cornrows onto these people. We can't sell cornrows, nigga. But we can sell Jason Tatum. Oh, Jason Tatum, he's perfect. He got a dose of that dog fur. You know, that Neanderthal genetics. He's part Neanderthal. I know, listen, a lot of Caucasian people don't like when I talk directly to their genetics. A lot of Caucasian people, they hate the fact that I talk directly to them. I talk through them. I don't look down at the floor when I'm talking to white people. I talk through them. When I call them Neanderthals. When I say they got dog fur, it strikes a nerve. Because they never even thought a nigga knew that. They never even thought yeah. Tatum got a dose of that dog fur. He got a dose of that Neanderthal genetic, that Neanderthal bloodline. And then they mixed it in with a little nigga. So Tatum don't got the dog fur. He ain't got the Luka. He ain't got the Caitlyn Clark, but you know, we can edge that texture. You know, the nigga head got a little dog fur texture to it, and we can edge it up a little bit. Put a little edge on it. Put a little gel in there and get it shiny and stand it up and yeah. You know, black people, they love a fresh edge up. So we can put a little edge on it. And we can push Tatum. But when your talent level is through the roof, when you are extraordinarily talented basketball player, it's only a matter of time that the masses, we all gonna be able to see who the man is. And that's what's happening with Boston. Regardless of the racism, regardless of them holding him back, his talent is showing everybody who the leader of that team is. And I wanted to use that analogy to apply it to Caitlyn Clark. Supersede everybody talking. Her talent would supersede all the noise. But because she's a mediocre player, her talent can't supersede it. Because she is not like that. Now she's being bullied and we got Cam and Mace. Come on, man. Salute them, man. 143 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. You already know what time it is. Tristan, man, hey, take your time when you're typing, homie. Yeah. Let me check the chat out. Y'all come here for the real, my G. Y'all come here for the real. And I got to give it to y'all real. I'm not a slave to the algorithm. 103 people in the live chat. I'm not a slave to the likes. I'm not a... Listen, man. 159 people in the chat, man. Listen to me. I'm not a slave to the algorithm, my G. I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave to it, homie. You already know what time it is. I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave. I live like this on a regular basis. I live like this on a regular basis, homie. I live like this on a regular basis. Every day. I'm not a slave to the algorithm, man. So when I do this and I say this, yeah. Just know the difference between me and them. Cameron got a nice house. Mace got a nice house, but they slaves to the algorithm. They can't say what they mean and mean what they say. They can't do what they want to do. They gotta bend, break, and fold for the higher ups and the elites, my G. So when you come over here to Grown Man Business TV, just know you came to the right place. You know, there is no other place on YouTube like this channel. Caitlyn Clark, Caitlyn Dog Fur Clark is mediocre at best, and I said dog fur. I got a whole video. My last still recorded video, my pre-recorded video is all about dog fur. So I see everybody in the chat asking about the dog fur. I'm not going to elaborate on it. Cavemen. Caitlyn Clark is an ancestor. She's derived from cavemen. Salute. Sub to the channel. Yeah, Mace got a pool in his backyard. Cam probably got a pool in his backyard. Mace live in the mansion. Cam live in the mansion. And I live in the mansion too. But I didn't have to have a fucking dildo on my sink to live in a mansion. I didn't have to bend, break, or fold to live in a mansion. You understand me? Yeah. Cave dwellers. Neanderthals. I don't look at the shoestrings when I'm talking to white people. I talk through them. You wouldn't believe how many Caucasian people are in my DMs right now. Still to this day, I get about 50 to 60 DMs every day from different white people asking me about the dog fur, wanting to know why and how I said it, because they never thought that we would know about it. They never thought that it would be somebody as bold as me that'll speak about it. Huh? When we was growing up, they tried to make us believe we was cavemen. Hell no, I never was a caveman. My people never was cavemen. You don't get melanin like this living in a fucking cave. And they were so embarrassed about being cavemen, about being Neanderthals, about having dog DNA and pig DNA and growing dog fur, that they tried to make us believe we was a part of that. We was never a part of that. So when I'm talking, you got to understand something. Talent is talent. Talent is just like grown man business. Grown man business, when you a man and you standing on grown man fucking business, it surpasses race. It's grown men standing on grown man business in every race, my G. Not just black, not just original, not just the FBA, not just black people. In every race, you got grown men that's big dogging on their shit, that's standing on grown man business. That's one of the reasons this channel was named Grown Man Business, because it surpasses race. White, black, green, blue, whatever. When you recognize another grown man that's on this shit, you gonna salute that. Even white men will do that. When damn, man, you know, they see the house, they like, damn, man, congratulations, shit. They respect that. It's grown man business, homie. And it's the same thing with talent. Just salute my G. You know, hey, maybe. That's a whole nother live stream, though, with who's the aliens and not. Who's the aliens and not. See, you know, that's a whole nother live stream. Talent supersedes race. You got to understand something. Talent is just like grown man business. It supersedes race. Because the white Luca, man, who the fuck cares where Luca from? You could ask anybody, they're going to say that's a white boy. But nobody don't know where Luca's from, my G. Nobody don't know where, extensive vocabulary. I know how to articulate myself very well, my G. That's why all my videos go green. Nobody's asking Luca where he's from. When we look at Luca, we say that white boy nice. Man, that white boy nice. That white boy busting your ass, boy, no diddy. That white boy, man, he fucking you, no diddy. He smashing you, man. You can't guard him. You can't check that white boy. He killing y'all. That's what we say about Luca, because talent supersedes. You know? Play with me, man. Fucking play with me, man. Watch your mouth. Salute to the chat. 131 people in the chat. 168 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all locked into the channel. In sports, entertainment, talent is often overlooked and or downplayed. Exactly. You know, I'm Aboriginal. Exactly. I agree with that 100%. You know, it's become more about the dollar, more about the narrative. And that's why this situation, which is not, Caitlyn Clark is not the first situation. You know, they try it with everything. Let me give you a prime example. What's the boy named Lin? The little Chinese boy that used to play for the Knicks. They saw a whole marketing strategy with him, attracting Jeremy Lin. There you go. There you go. Salute to the chat. They saw the whole market strategy with this guy. They saw, you know, billions of dollars being poured in from the Chinese and the Asian community. They saw billions of dollars. They saw dollar signs. And this guy he was mediocre at best. He was mediocre at best, my G. You understand what I'm saying? He was mediocre at best. So, yeah, it's the talent is going to be overlooked when it comes to the dollar bill. The talent is going to be overlooked, but that don't mean we ain't supposed to speak on it. I don't mind. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm happy the WNBA is making strides to make money. I understand these girls want to make money. They want to take it to the next level. But yo, we not going to do that at the expense of a Angela Reese, my G. We not going to do that at the expense of all these talented girls, all these talented women that been playing ball. Now, I will say this. We don't want to watch no Bulldoggers playing basketball. That's why the WNBA ain't been making no money as well. That's why you can't promote if we want to watch men play basketball, we'll watch the NBA. So when it comes to the WNBA, that's why there's a W. We want to see women play basketball. We don't want to see no Bulldoggers playing basketball. You understand what I'm saying? And we 52 minutes in. I wanted to get to this point way before now, but the game is the game, and the downloads is downloading, and they come out how they come out. No diddy. We don't want to see, if we want to watch men play basketball, we got the NBA. So again, that's another reason why I want to salute Angela Reese for bringing sexy to basketball, for bringing that attractiveness, that woman's energy back to basketball. Caitlyn Clark looked like her daddy. Caitlyn Clark looked like she like her daddy. Ain't nothing sexy. Ain't nothing sexy about that when it comes to Caitlyn Clark. But when you look at Angela Reese, and that's what I'm saying, it's levels to what she's bringing to this game that's being overlooked by dudes like Cam and Mace, that's being overlooked. It's disrespectful as hell how they overlooking the things. And look, we don't want to see women dressed up like men. I don't want to see Brittany Griner. I don't want to bring my kid to the game, my little daughter to the game, and then at the end of the game, she got to be approached by a big-ass Brittany Griner with no titties, because Brittany Griner done cut her titties off, and now I got to explain to my daughter why this grown-ass woman ain't got no titties on her chest. We don't want, and again, these things surpass race. It's white men, Asian men, black men. We don't want to bring our daughters to the WNBA game and spend our money and then got to explain to our daughters why Brittany Griner ain't got no damn titties on her chest. Why this WNBA basketball player look like LeBron James. Why this other WNBA basketball player look like Kevin Durant. No, baby, that's not Kevin Durant. That's not Kevin Durant right there. That's not him. We had a WNBA. That's a woman. Yes, baby, that's a woman. We'll have this talk. We don't want to have to do that. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. So you got to stop acting like it's all Caitlyn Clark, and that's the only reason. Nah. Another big reason is, Another big reason is we don't, we don't want to see women. We want to see feminine women that can be passionate. It's a delicate balance when it comes to this. Femininity can also be passionate. That mean you could be feminine. You could be all woman. You could still be attractive, but you could be so passionate about basketball that we don't even look at you in a sexual manner while you playing basketball. While you playing basketball, we looking, you screaming, "Oh, yeah." Oh shit, she passionate. She's beautiful, but she's passionate. We want to see you play more basketball. You don't gotta sexualize yourself when it comes to this. It's a delicate balance between femininity and passion. Yeah. Salute. Haas, what it do? Got Hassan Campbell in the chat. What it do, my G? We definitely need to have a conversation. I seen you live last night, man. I loved it. I love the content. You know what I mean? Salute. Haas is in the building. Haas, yo, hey Haas, I'm gonna say this too. I felt like you was watching my live yesterday, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it, my G. You know what I'm saying? Big salute on the success. You already know how we do over here. 153 people in the live chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you locked in. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. The higher ups and the elites are always paying attention. I'm just going to give you the game, and I'm just going to give you the real spill without the sugarcoating it. We built this channel organically, my G. Hey, Haas, you still in the building. You already know. Hey, Haas got a backyard that's motivational. You know what I'm saying? And it's a reason. Yeah. Big Haas, what it do? You see how we, yeah. And that's just for Haas, man. You know, we rock with Haas over here at Grown Man Business TV. You already know how we give it up. Backyard gang, man. Hey, Haas, we need to have a conversation on your platform. We need to call that shit Backyard Gang, Haas. Backyard Gang. Yeah, we don't want to see, what's your backyard looking like? Let's talk about that. That should be fire. But, yeah, like I was saying, right? We don't want to see grown women that's looking like men. If we want to see grown men, we got the NBA. And again, that's a big reason why Angela Reese is what she is. That's a big reason why Angela Reese needs more praise. You understand what I'm saying? I can see through the smoke and mirrors. So, if you want to really get into it, hit that little red button and pull it back, and I can show you, and that'll be telling you that this is no hate towards Caitlyn Clark. But the agenda is the agenda. The narrative is being pushed. The narrative is what it is. But over here, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be at all times, my G's. At all times. So you gotta salute that. These dudes get to talking about Caitlyn Clark, and they don't even involve Angela Reese, and then they downplay, and they don't even go into detail that how extensive, the depth of what she's bringing to the WNBA. Sexiness, femininity. We want to see grown women in their feminine energy playing basketball. And then we want to bring our daughters to that arena and say, yeah, look at that woman right there. But look how passionate she is about her sport. Look how passionate she is about her job. And you can do that. See, you got to be an example for the youth. If you like it or not, you got to be an example for the youth, my G. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, Caitlyn Clark is that. She's an example for the young white America that you can still play basketball, that you can still compete, and you can still make it amongst all these elite black players. Yeah, this shit is deep as wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. Caitlyn Clark is an example for the young white America that you can make it, that you can go and you can ball, that you can go and you can compete. Yeah, we know that black people are so talented. We know that they in all the sports. We know how hard it is for Caucasian people to make a name amongst black people when it comes to these sports. But Caitlyn Clark, just like Angela Reese, is an example Angela Reese is an example for young black girls that you know what? You can be from the hood. You can be from an impoverished community. You can be from the urban community and you can still make it. And you know what? You ain't gotta change who you are. You ain't gotta act like you white. You ain't gotta act like you Caucasian. You ain't gotta pretend to be from the suburb. You ain't gotta pretend. You can actually embrace your ghetto-ness. You can embrace your hood and you can embrace who you are. And you can thrive amongst the most talented people in the world, being yourself, my G, being who you are. That's what Angela Reese brings to this game. That's what they are skipping over when it comes to Angela Reese. So when you speak on Caitlyn Clark, you need to be, listen, you can't speak on Caitlyn Clark without speaking on Angela Reese. How do we all know Caitlyn Clark? We know Caitlyn Clark because she played against Angela Reese in a championship game, Iowa versus you know who, yeah. We all know who Angela Reese played for. I think she was from out in New Orleans or something. But we know her from that championship game. A rival between Angela Reese and Caitlyn Clark. That's how we know them. We don't know Caitlyn Clark because she was just so fucking good, that she was just so damn talented that she just surpassed. No, we don't know her for that LSU. We know her from Iowa versus LSU. Caitlyn Clark versus Angela Reese. But see, you got to understand something. It's not in the agenda. It's not in the narrative to push Angela Reese so that she can inspire young black women not to be sexy red. So she can inspire young black girls not to be goddamn sexy red. Not to be Suki Hana. Huh? Not to be JT or Carisha from the City Girls. See, that's why they don't push her. Because she's going to inspire these young girls to be great, passionate, dominant. Stand up straight, look you in your eye, tell you I'm from B-More. This is what it is. My mama was a single parent, but I changed all that. But you know what they are going to push? You know what's in their benefit? To push a Caitlyn Clark, because Caitlyn Clark will stimulate. She will motivate. She will, inspire young, white, Caucasian women. Young, white, Caucasian women to be great. To still feel like they can compete amongst talented black women. Yeah, that's what her whole agenda is. That's what the whole goal is. You got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors at all times. At all fucking times, my G. 114 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all locked into the channel. And like I said, man, I'm going to go live now. Mind you, I'm leaving out today. Anybody that's in tune with the channel know. And if you don't know, I'm gonna remind you. I drive 18-wheelers. How did you get this shit? How did you lock this in? Well, right. I drive 18-wheelers. That's how I get to it. Right. And later today, I'm leaving out. I'm crossing state lines at all times. I leave out later tonight, and I'm going towards Georgia. And we're gonna start making our runs all over the country, how I normally do. And I wanted to tap in with y'all before, because I'm getting ready right now. I wanted to tap in with y'all. I just wanted to give y'all my insight and my thoughts on the whole Caitlyn Clark situation. But I'm going to double back, and I want to talk about racism. And I guarantee you have never heard this angle before. You've never heard this perspective before. You've never heard this thought process on the word and the definition and what it means when it comes to racism. Because, and it's going to get deep, but racism only applies when it's a white person in the mix. When you put a Caucasian, when you put a Neanderthal in the mix, the word racism is derived. The word racism is prominent. It's used. It means something. But let's take white people out the mix. Let's take Caucasian people out the mix. Let's take dog fur having Neanderthals out the mix. Do you still have racism? What is it called when you take dog fur Neanderthals, when you take Caucasian people out the mix and you got a whole bunch of Africans and blacks and whatever race, what do you call that? We're going to talk about that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're going to talk about that. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know, big salute to all the content creators out there. You know, one thing I learned a while ago is that we all creating content. We all bringing what we bring to the table. We all giving our perspectives, you know. And I only deal with the content creators that think and move in logic. Motherfucker, a lot of these dudes get emotional. They in their feelings. And again, I told you, grown men, you know, never ask a grown man how he feel about nothing. Always ask him what he think. Yeah, that dog fur is vicious. It's vicious, my G. You know what I mean? Nah, it's not. No, Leah, you said you're white. Well, that means you got a head full of dog fur, and salute to you. Salute to you, salute to your dog fur. You know what I'm saying? But this is not racist. I have not said one racist remark. And what you got to understand is YouTube is very sensitive. You know, I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel for my people. I'm a rebel for my people. And I'm going to always speak up for my people. And what you got to understand is YouTube is against that. So anything racist and X, Y, and Z, before these videos go green, YouTube is checking. YouTube is scheming and scamming and slide through to make sure you're not saying certain things. But you know, the smarter you get, the more that your third eye is open, the more you learn how to manipulate the algorithm. Yeah, manipulate the algorithm. So I'm articulate, my G. I've not said anything racist. You do have a head full of Leah. Leah, hold on, Leah. You do have a head full of dog fur, and you should accept that. You should accept that. The fact that you got, when you comb your hair, you got a comb full of hair. When you comb your dog fur, you got a comb full of dog fur. You got a brush full of dog fur. You got a sink full of dog fur. You got a floor. This shit is everywhere. Your dog fur sheds everywhere. And if you go outside when it's raining, if I was to throw you in my pool right now, if I was to take you outside and give you the privilege of jumping in my spa into my pool, your hair would smell like a wet dog. So Leah, you got to ask yourself, or maybe you could answer to us in the chat, why is it that when your hair get wet, when your dog fur get wet, it smell like a wet dog? The floor is yours, Leah. I'm waiting to see your response to that. Caitlyn Clark is a mediocre basketball player. Hopefully, she uses this off season to gain some weight, you know, put some pounds on, to read more playbooks, to be able to run through screens, to broaden her game from more than just making 3-pointers. Hopefully she can do that and she'll become an elite athlete, and then I can respect her on that level. But all the fame and fortune has nothing to do with her talent. It has more to do with stimulating and motivating the young white girls out there, the youth. Making them see that you know, this white girl is the biggest player. Come on, we know what time it is, man. We know what time it is. Feel what I'm saying? Supreme Science, what it do, my G? What it do? You said, oh yeah? Yeah, keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. I got shooters in the chat. You know what I'm saying? 93 people in the live chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You know, we over our power in. Because now listen to what I'm gonna say to you. My journey. That's a good question. My journey said, why can't she motivate black chicks too? Well, let me give you some game on that. I never said she can't motivate black chicks too. I never said that in my journey. So, you know, when you ask that question in that context, you give the notion that I said that she can't motivate black chicks. Now, in every situation, you're gonna have benefit. You're gonna have a small majority. You're gonna have a small amount of people that go against the grain. So Caitlyn Clark is going to motivate some, a small portion of black women that, relate more to Caucasian people, that talk white, that act white, that want to be white. They're going to lean towards Caitlyn Clark. But just like Caitlyn Clark is going to be able to motivate a small amount of black women that relate to white women and want to be white women and act and talk like white women, Angela Reese is going to stimulate a small portion of white women that want to be black women. The white girls that want to get cornrows. The white girls that like to wear their eyelashes and act like they from the hood and act, you know who I'm talking about. Them white girls that act black and talk black and walk black and date black men and have babies. Those white girls will be motivated by Angela Reese because they don't relate to Caitlyn Clark. They don't relate to the dog fur having Midwestern everyday all American white girl. So again, you're always going to have a small exception to the rule. Small exception. Caitlyn Clark is going to relate to certain black women that want to be white. Again, that's why I said, Angela Reese is motivating and inspiring the black women that don't want to act white, that don't want to conform to talking white and dressing and mannerisms and acting like they're Caucasian. They want to be themselves, but they want to be successful at the same time. That's who Angela Reese is going to target. And that's why the higher ups and the elites muffle her. Her first game, they didn't broadcast it. When she had her first press conference, it was some bullshit. Her introduction to Chicago was in a damn gymnasium on some bullshit. But then you got Kate. See, they don't want to promote that because that's going to stimulate these young black girls to move and look away from Suki Hana and Sexy Red. Sexy Red gets more promotion than Angela Reese. Sexy Red is putting your face more than Angela Reese because that's who they want your daughters to emulate. But when it comes to Caucasian, Caitlyn Clark that's who they want their daughters to emulate. When you get a grown man on grown man business talking like this, you're always going to have the people saying, oh, it's racist. See, it's always considered racist when black men stand on black business. When foundational black men, foundational Americans, FBA stand on black business, when we tell the truth and we don't hold no punches and we don't add no sugar to the bullshit and we just give it to you raw, no diddy. That's when you get the people in your DMs and the people in your live chat feeling some type of way. But if I was like Cam and Mace and I was up here saying nigga this and nigga that, y'all wouldn't mind that. Y'all wouldn't care. Y'all wouldn't feel no type of way about that. Fact of the matter is, I told you I'm more like Tupac reincarnated. Reincarnated with all the flaws and the bullshit and the chinks in his armor wiped away. I'm more Tupac reincarnated that was on his path and on his purpose that really understood. I don't want to be a celebrity. I'm not here for your entertainment. I mean, are you not entertained? Word to Haas. Are you not fucking entertained? Word to the big YouTuber. But I'm not here for your entertainment, my G. I'm not here. I'm not a celebrity. I'm going to get all the attributes. I'm going to get all the recognition. I'm going to get all of your attention just like the celebrities. But I ain't a celebrity, my G. I'm not a slave to the algorithm. I'm not a slave to the YouTube check. I'm not a slave to the likes and the motherfucking views. I'm not a slave to this shit. I'm a big dog already. So when you dealing with a man like me, it's already, you wouldn't believe how many people are in my DM. They're in my DM, bro. They're in my DM. Why would you say this? And because I'm standing on black business, homie. I'm standing on black business, and it's unapologetically, homie. I don't care. I don't care how you feel about it, because you know what? They never cared how we feel about it. They never cared how we feel. Big salute, man. You know, gotta handle some business. What it do? What it do? You already know what time it is, man. You not a Tupac. Yeah, I'm the closest thing to Pac you ever got, homie. The closest thing to Pac you ever got. The closest that you ever got is right here in front of you. Right in your face. So listen, man. You already know what time it is, you know. Like I said, I'm leaving out the night. Crossing state lines at all times. But this YouTube thing is a portal that's meant to be used. If you use it the right way, it's powerful. It's powerful. And as soon as you get deep into this YouTube thing, soon as you get deep into this content creating thing, soon as you get your feet wet and you start making real money, that's when the higher ups and the elites compromise your platform. They compromise your situation. And that's what happened to Cam and Mace. They can't speak on Angela Reese. They can't really talk that talk. They got to praise and they got to protect Caitlyn Clark. They can't say kike. They can't call people wetbacks. They can't disrespect other races, but they can say nigga every other word, and that's okay, and they'll still be paid. But I guarantee you, soon as they say that other word, that word I just said, the whole fucking platform will go underwater. $120 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. You understand me? One thing for sure, two things for certain. I always understood and I always knew that the voice is powerful. The words are powerful. No, it's not the same thing for everyone. Hey, Quentin Price, I'm glad you said that. It's not the same thing for everyone. It's not the same thing for Grown Man Business TV. So that means it's not the same thing for everyone. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm telling you here at Grown Man Business TV, the reason we are approaching 20,000 subscribers, the reason we are approaching 20,000 subscribers is because it's not like that over here. I'm going to say every and anything that I want to say, and I'm going to articulate it in a way where my videos ain't going to get in no trouble. It ain't going to be no problem, but I'm going to say everything that they not going to say. If I said, listen, Quentin, if I said everything that they said, if I was pushing the agenda, if I was a puppet for the higher ups and the elites, I'd be at 500,000 subscribers right now. I'd be making 30,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 15 a year. I'd be doing those numbers because I'm one of them ones, and the higher ups and the elites know what I am. You might not know what I am, but trust me, they know what they dealing with. And if I was to just bend, break, and fold, my G, if I was just to do what they want, if I was to just push a narrative, if I was to just mislead my subscribers and my viewers, and I was to just lead y'all this way, you know, the Lil Nas X way, you know, the Saucy Santana way, if I was to do that, Grown Man Business, leading y'all to Saucy Santana, trust me, I would have 500,000 subscribers, easy. I wouldn't have to drive trucks. I'd be making 30,000 a month off of YouTube, easy. But because the name is Grown Man Business, and then when you come and you check the content, I'm standing on Grown Man Business, and it's unapologetically. Yeah, man, we only, we approaching 20,000 subscribers. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And until you understand that, that just shows me it's levels to this shit. So I'm not going to say what level you on or what level I think you on, but it's levels to this. Ice Baby 100. Exactly. I would have 10 million subscribers, my G. I would have 10 million subscribers easy. The fact of the matter is, when I saw that door open, again, salute to the homie Haas. It's a door. It's your motherfucking door, right? When I saw the door open for this YouTube thing, I looked in and I said, nah, I'm good. I'd rather do it this way. I'm gonna get what I'm supposed to get, but it's gonna take a little longer. But I'm not going in that door because I got videos with I got videos with 250,000 views on it. I got videos with 500,000 views on it. I got videos with 150,000. I got videos with big time views on it. This channel has over 2 million views on it. So there was a time where I saw the opportunity. I saw the door open. My shit was booming. I was getting crazy numbers, and it was like, okay, you could go this way or you could go that way. If you go this way, trust me, we gonna make you one of the biggest YouTubers. But if you go that way, then you walking away from the puppet life. You walking away from the higher ups and the elites. You got to do it on your own. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Salute to the chat, because if you like it or not, if you like it or not, and you engaging in the chat, you further pushing the channel. It don't matter if it's a negative comment. It don't matter if it's a good comment. As soon as you put it in the chat, you are furthering the process of Grown Man Business TV. And then right after you put it in the chat, my shooters is gonna my shooters is gonna do what they do. They shooting, homie. So it's not every channel. And I ain't gonna lie, I was highly disappointed in Cam and Mace. I'm highly disappointed in them because it been like this, right? But it wasn't as obvious. And I was like, okay, they control their platform. Cam would say certain things like, yo, when we re-up, it's gonna be a big bag. When we gonna re-up, it's gonna be more money. And I was like, okay, so who's paying them? If you own your platform like you say you do, right? But then when you re-up, you have to take a check from somebody. That means they have a part of you. So it's ads and entertainment. I've seen the ads is where they want to re-up at. Okay, you re-up and you get more money for the ads. But now that you're getting more money for the ads, you're not allowed to say certain things. You're not allowed to do certain things. You're not allowed to push a certain agenda. You just are not. You're going to be up there. You're going to be smoking. You're going to be saying nigga, sounding like some nigga shit, some hood shit. And that's what we gonna pay you for these ads, or you keep it on some hood shit. But if you get to talking like Grown Man Business TV, if you get to going against the agenda, if you get to going against the narrative, if you really get to playing games, we gonna cut all that shit off. Nah, I don't do the owner operating thing. That's a good question. My journey right now, right? Right now, with the economy being what it is, the economy is terrible. The economy is trash. Biden killed the economy. You understand? We really do need Trump to get back in office, right? Being as though the economy is what it is, it's really not beneficial for a lot of truck drivers to own the truck because everything is inflated. You got to maintenance the truck. That shit, just like oil change, is $2,000. A tire, one tire is $1,000. The insurance is out of pocket. Everything about owning a truck right now, diesel, different taxes. Everything about owning a truck right now it's not lined up. Salute. Okay. Okay, transportation manager. You dispatch? Do you do dispatching? What do you do exactly as a transportation manager? Do you dispatch the loads? Do you find the contracts? What do you do? Because I'm always in tune. I do have a truck, so I could switch to owner operator easy. Salute, Vision. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah. And I'm gonna talk about that. Devora, is that your name? Yeah, it's not a separation thing. I got a lot of, I deal with a lot of Caucasian people. I know a lot of Caucasian men. I got people, and they respect me for the way I talk. That's the crazy thing. In real life, real stand-up Caucasian men, they know what I'm saying is true, and they respect me for saying it. It's only on this internet. It's only on this app. It's only in this portal where these Caucasian people get to saying certain things and shit. You know what I'm saying? I could say y'all got dog fur. When we was growing up, y'all said we had nappy hair. It is what it is. Salute, Quentin Price. Appreciate that. So I got a homie named Zach. His name's Zachary. We call him Zach. Full on white boy, big ass red beard. He got red hair. Me and him is cool as hell. And he respect the man in this shit. See, a lot of y'all think y'all gotta act white. Y'all gotta look at y'all shoes. Y'all scared to speak your mind. Y'all scared to look a white man in his eyes. Y'all scared to do damage or do harm to the white man. But you want to do harm to another black man, and you think that white people respect that. They don't respect that shit. They laugh at you. They know you won't. You scared of white people. You scared of a white man. So when they talk to me and they see me talking the opposite, they like, oh, he's one of them ones. Okay, logistics and safety compliance, for sure, for sure. Who you do that with? My journey. What company you with? Hey, listen, man. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. We definitely locked in. So listen, man, 83 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all lock in. We definitely gonna go live one more time before I hit the road within the next hour. I'm gonna do a little bit of packing. I'm gonna handle some business. God wasn't a Christian though. And that's a whole nother live stream, but God wasn't a Christian. You understand what I'm saying? So when you say Christians, you already losing. You already lost. You know what I mean? And you in the right place. You came to the right channel because I got live streams on that, and I talk about that all the time. You know, you are a Christian. So it's like being in the gang. It's almost like saying you a blood or you a crip. You know, it's deeper than rap. It's deeper than what clique you with. So you got Catholics, you got Christians, you got Muslims, you got all these different cliques. That's y'all the sheep. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with serving God. If you know, I'm not going against that part, and it's a few other things that I do agree with. But when you say you are a Christian, you already let me know that you are a sheep. I am not a sheep. I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm a rebel. I can see through the smoke and mirrors. I get a bird's eye view of the bullshit. You're a part of the 80. Listen, you're part of the 80% of people that's being led on this globe. The other 15% are leading you. I'm part of the 5% that see all the bullshit happening, that can see through the smoke and mirrors and call it out. So when you say all Christians, you already lost me. Yeah. The Lord was a wolf. God was killing a lot of people. So when the sheep wasn't acting right, God was flooding y'all out and drowning y'all motherfuckers, your kids. When the Pharaoh didn't let the people go, God said, kill all the firstborn. He was killing babies. So, you know, salute to you. I appreciate that. We definitely in the pursuit of truth. And when you come to Grown Man Business TV, you absolutely are in the right direction of truth. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business, and I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. It's straight off the bricks into the bottles. I'm giving you that dope, that raw, that pure information, straight off the bricks into the bottles, straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. Listen, man, I'm giving it to you straight raw. No diddy. No diddy. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute, Adrian. I see you in the building. I'm the son of man. This is views repeating. And bruh, relax. Relax. Relax, B. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, man, you already know what time it is. 76 people in the DM. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Devora, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Y'all make sure y'all lock into the Realest channel on YouTube. There is nobody gonna give you this game as real as I'm giving it to you. It's nobody that's gonna give you this knowledge, that's gonna give you these facts as real as I'ma give it to you. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be.